This is a video on engraving. There's a couple of methods that I use to transfer an image over to the piece that I'm going to engrave on, using this as a sample. I'll explain. This is alcohol here, denatured alcohol, and this is transfer wax. So what I can do is I can take the denatured alcohol, put a little dab on my finger, and then I can rub on the into the wax, which will dissolve it, and then it turns into sort of like a sticky substance, and then I coat the surface like so, and then that surface will get, as soon as the alcohol dries, will get dry, and then once it gets dry, you take this image, the pencil image, like this, and then you set it on top of the piece that you're going to engrave, and it sticks. And then you take your pencil, and you can rub it on by just like that, and then that'll transfer the image over onto the piece. You can do it that way, or you can use white chalk or Chinese chalk. Comes in a little tray like that, and then either just using moisture from your finger, you will take the moisture, you'll rub the top of the Chinese chalk, and then you coat the surface. The difference between the two is that this will transfer the design right off your paper onto your piece, and the pencil, the lead tracing will stick to the surface of the piece that you're going to engrave. On the white chalk, what you can do is you can draw on the white chalk and do your drawing so that you can lay your lines out. So I've got a pretty good start on this piece that I'm engraving here, and it's part of this design. I laid that design on and did it the same way. You can see some of the transfer wax is still on the engraving. I'll finish this up so that you can see what it looks like in a little clearer way. As soon as it's off, it takes on another look, a better look, brighter and shinier, and hopefully it'll turn out the way I want it to. So that's the story on engraving a locket. Before I engraved it, I filled the surface of the locket, because the interior is like so, and it's very, very thin. It's really a thin locket, so when you're engraving on it, you can't go down very deep. And what I do is I fill the surface up, or the interior up, with shellac. I melt shellac into it, which also dissolves with alcohol, by the way, the denatured alcohol. And so I'll heat the top of this up, remove this, and then whatever residuals are left, I heat up a little bit of alcohol, or I leave it sit overnight, and it'll pop right out of there. So let's see how this looks as we take it out and get it cleaned up.